old boy on the bike behind me like the old days. Finally caught up with Paul MacKinnon. How straight or how angled are my fingers? Yep. It's the way I should have been running my whole life. Welcome to the vlog. Thank you for being here. We are at Sydney Airport about to get onto a plane to Melbourne for a long weekend, and I've got two things planned in Melbourne for the weekend. First, my brother's just had a brand new baby boy called Hugo, so gonna meet the couple of day old little Hugo, which is gonna be amazing. And I'm finally seeing Paul MacKinnon, aka the Balanced Runner, who is going to do a biomechanical assessment of my running form. I've been wanting to see him for ages. I'm a huge fan of his work. And so yeah, going to see him Albert Park Lake, which is where I grew up running. And yeah, it's going to be an awesome long weekend. So we're at the airport. We only just made our flight, so going to get straight on the plane now, and we'll see you in Melbourne. Beautiful sunny day in Melbourne, heading to catch up with Paul now to do the running assessment, and got the old boy on the bike behind me like the old days. Excited to meet him and excited to see what he has to say about my biomechanics. Finally caught up with Paul MacKinnon, aka the Balanced Runner. I've been following you forever, dude, and I'm a huge fan of your work and the athletes you've worked with. And obviously with what I've been going through with my femurs, I wanted to come see you to see if we can just get any, 3-5% wins, but also just general like running, the Balanced Runner. I want to be balanced because I reckon efficiency, like especially in the type of running I'm doing, like the really long stuff, like efficiency, I always say efficiency equals speed without effort.
Yeah, I mean, movements matter. Yeah, we can't outrun physics. What I'm working on specifically for each individual is to get you to feel what movement patterns and movements you make, and how that affects or influences either efficiency or load turning into stress, turning into injuries.
Well, let's get into it. Okay.
Okay, so it's just this will has to make the next trip when I'm landing. Back the whole way, go straight, back the next trip. Swing up. Yep.
Don't use the ground as a contact point, use it as a spring point.
Yeah. Pretty wild revelations during that session with Paul. He's given me some cues to work on. Gonna do about 10 Ks now so I can really get them learnt. But the really good thing about it is I was expecting him to give me a lot, but I was expecting it to be incredibly difficult to conceptualize. Whereas it just feels absolutely natural, like the natural way that my body wants to run. So thinking about it in that way, it doesn't feel scary at all. I really think I can do this. And the motivation is huge, obviously, because I can feel the benefit to my body. So yeah, more about that later on, but super stoked.
Stop playing around.
Just in a pan, don't you? Frightening.
Whoa! Hey, Bob!
Oh, it's always nice to have a couple of little fresh baby cuddles. Little Hugo's 8 days old, I think. Such a cute little bebe. Now I'm heading to the gym at MSAC, Melbourne Sports and Aquatic Centre. Saw at the end, I jumped on the treadmill just for like 5 minutes just to get the new running cues cemented into my head. I'm gonna go for an actual run outside tomorrow along the beachfront, so it'll be cool to do about 10k and yeah, really lock it in. So yeah, big day of driving and baby cuddling and a bit of strength to finish off. Had a swim. So yeah, gonna head out for dinner now and eat something big. But yeah, beautiful day in Melbourne. And we are back in Sydney. Awesome trip to Melbourne. And yeah, I guess to wrap up this video and refer back to the title of the video to do with biomechanics. Paul and I purposely didn't use any of the audio captured in our session because I did not want this to be like an instructional biomechanics video, because everything that we spoke about and everything that he has fixed to do with my biomechanics is specific to me. So you replicating it could be potentially counterproductive for you. But to cut a long story very short, I'm absolutely mind blown. The proof will obviously be in the pudding, but I can feel it in my body and in my femurs that the way that I'm now running after working on my form with Paul is the way I should have been running my whole life. So yeah, I'm absolutely mind blown, and I'm just feeling very, very happy that throughout this whole injury and rehab process and not finding anything that I could improve on or any, telltale signs as to why this was happening, I've finally been able to have a win and find something that is going to go a certain amount of way to preventing this from happening to my femurs again. So shout out to Paul, the balanced runner. His link is in the description. So if you want to get in touch with him, just hit the link below, fill out his online form and get in touch. He's based in Melbourne, but he also works out of Brisbane. But yeah, just reach out to him, and he's obviously super keen to chat biomechanics and help you out however he can. The other thing to address is the new sponsor announcement. It is coming. I've got a final meeting with said sponsor on Tuesday morning at 8:30. So it's coming, and I'm really excited, and I'm sorry that I've been speaking about it for so long, but my number one policy with this vlog and really every aspect of my life is just to be honest. And I was so excited that I couldn't not talk about it. It's going to be incredible, and anything incredible and important and of value takes time. Doesn't happen overnight. So stay tuned for that. I will announce it as soon as possible. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment. If you're working on something to do with your biomechanics, I'd love to hear about that in the comments. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.